Mark it.
Flash on mid.
coLcs.
Triple. On the stairs.
Mark it already.
Running up.
Oh, they're already up long. Wow.
One more flash. Wait.
Let's go.
Watching CT. Swing CT with me. Swing.
We're in Frankfurt, Germany, for boot camp before the major, and jet lag's not bad. Managed to stay up pretty late last night, got some decent sleep, just woke up really early.
We've had a bit of a rough start going into the first few tournaments, but again, that's why we're here boot camping before the major as well. The most important tournament of the year coming up.
It's one part getting to know each other and like how people communicate and how they like to play, and another part is like getting used to like losing together is a big part of like growing as a team. And so I would say the atmosphere is positive, but as you can imagine, when you're competing and you're trying to do fixes and you're losing, you're gonna be very critical.
So while the pick guy was killing him, I peeked up and killed the side.
And I was watching your screen, and right when I went to his, I saw him do like a...
He does a 1v1.
We're an older team, all pretty experienced players, so it's taken a while for us to get on the same page.
The boot camp's going as well as it could, just scrimming all day, 5 or 6 scrims, and then talking about them, just we're improving each day really quickly.
You know, they put out this road to that one. You know, I don't want them to have to do this, so the other one just lands there. So I'm still behind him. Because when they put out the smoke, normally what happens is it's like that, and the first guy comes here.
We've really been figuring out what will gel best for us. Obviously, nothing becomes great instantly, but I think we've found, for the most part, exactly where everyone should be.
Out of me and you, I don't know who's rotating half the time at B.
Well, if I'm opping B, then someone else rotates.
I feel like you're more snappy around like pillars, so I feel like on rush, you might actually be better being my role on rush.
After the scrims, like 6 or 7 scrims, we have a sit down where we all sit down and go over the day. Might bring some stuff up, and that's where people can really vent and talk deep CS.
The only thing I introduced was that way to just hold it off, was where you go short, you molly short, you smoke his toe, and you flash for him.
I think it's a good change. Our B hasn't exactly been impressive during the smoke execute type plays, and the A hasn't been impressive on certain plays when we're deep bathroom. So I think it's a good swap.
It's cool that like people don't hesitate to speak about a round, like right after a scrim, right after a round. You know, maybe we should have done this. What could we have done there? We shouldn't have done this. You know, like it's how you get better.
First gun round here in the opening match. We're gonna have the AUG on Freeman and Kays.
5 AUGs. This is something I'm thinking we're going to see quite a few times in this major.
Not a single M4 to be seen. AUGs across the board with the AWP backing them up.
We talk about the AUG being so prominent because obviously the M4 doesn't have the same headshot potential.
What's your thoughts on the weapon?
The AUG?
Yeah.
ACOG.
Look, in my personal opinion, I really don't mind it at all. It makes it a lot more annoying, but again, I think it's something that the CT side needed to be a little bit more balanced because, you know, T sides on every map is just super strong right now. So I think it's kind of more balanced in my opinion. I know a lot of people complain about it. It's not every single person on CT picking up the AUG either because you still see people M4ing and stuff as well. So I don't think it's too unbalanced.
AUG's already out, so we'll see a lot of them at this major. I do agree with the sentiment on the desk that you either adapt or you're going to have to deal with the consequences.
So my buddy Rick right here loves using the AUG in the SG.
Oh, I love it, yes.
So, you know, of course he's going to defend it and stuff. I think it's very powerful. Not as powerful as people are making it to seem, but it does need to be nerfed a little bit, or maybe like the M4A1S be buffed, or M4A4. But right now the AUG is melting people, and there's a reason a lot of people are using it. $50 difference does not make a whole lot. That's a decoy. You know?
Yeah.
You know, guys like Scream who are always tweeting out about it or putting it on social media that they hate the AUG. You know what? It's time to accept it. This gun is extremely powerful.
I feel like it does help me on the hold. Like sometimes I'll just get that really fast kill. I prefer the M4 too in a lot of scenarios, but there's been a couple close range fights where like I'm playing close range on CT.
Yeah.
And I feel like I just get the 2K a lot easier. So.
It avoids you making that spray transfer because if you scoped and
there's tiers.
It's
There's like
way easier.
FAMAS, M4 Silence, M4 AUG.
I feel like the AUG's gonna get nerfed though. Probably it's gonna be after the major, obviously now, but I feel like I don't know what they'll do with it. Maybe the price, maybe a bit of damage down.
Fire, yeah, damage.
It's definitely a good gun.
We've packed in about 50 scrims. Guys are staying really busy. After practice, we're all talking CS, just living it, breathing it right now.
Right now, we're going to show like what we're actually capable of after this bootcamp because we've had all the opportunity to add everything we need and to get to the level we need.
We've learned a lot of lessons here that we'll carry home, not just in how we're practicing, but how to improve within our team.
We definitely have the firepower, the format suits us. It's going to be BO1 starting out, and then we move it to BO3s.
The stage that we're going into is Legend stage, but it doesn't mean you're a Legends team. If we want to maintain that, we need to win at least one match, which hopefully we win at least one match. You know, that obviously would be a really big disappointment.
You're going to expect complexity to come out swinging, have good structure, and hopefully be ready to mix in some scrappy plays and come out with some fire under our blanks.
We're not focusing on any of the new rules changes. It's still Counter-Strike. It's still a 30-round game. You got to play who's put in front of you. So, whatever card we're dealt, we'll deal with it at the time.